What's up YouTube? I'm just another guy and welcome back to the Pentagon challenge, and now we're at the end of the season update. And I said I wouldn't probably meet you back until the start of next season, but for whatever reason this end of season update starts about a month before the start of the next season. So I decided, it'd be best if I do an update now. I can go through a lot of the transfers that have happened, and I don't think there'll be much more action left, so that way next episode we can just get straight into the game. And also, it's the last time we'll be able to look through last season's stats, and we'll do that, and we'll look through and things like that. Plus, like I said, we'll go through a lot of the transfer action this episode as well. So this is just my guy, and I have a little look there. Nothing has really changed too much. We have a very good win percentage, 53. Currently, I can speak Cantonese basic. So we're learning the language very slowly. We've been here for almost a year now, and we've still not really mastered the language. But we've also got our first personal silverware first. For some reason we haven't got a team trophy. I don't know why this hasn't, have a 1 next to it. We did win the league with Kichi, but I don't know, maybe that'll change once this season ticks over. I don't know. But yeah, let's have a look. I think we'll just go into the league and have a look at it. So, of course, it was a fantastic way to end the season. Livecom winning the league on the very last day of the season. Okay, we were level on points as Citizens, and we conceded way too many goals this season, the 3rd highest in the league. But we walked away as champions, and that's all that matters come the end of the day. But I feel going forward into next season, based upon the signings I've made so far, we really should be looking to win it again. Maybe even a double, maybe a treble, maybe even a quad if we can. I don't know, but I definitely say our league is really within our grasp next season. We really have a good chance of getting that. So let's look at the stats. So here are a couple of, I guess we'll go look at the team stats. So we scored the most goals in the league by far. It was at 14 points, clear, 14 goals ahead of Citizens. But then we conceded some of the worst. We really should be in this list here, but we're not. It shows our real defensive frailties. But we were just incredible throughout the whole season. Average attendance wise, 2nd highest in the league, averaging about 1,000. Average attendance by capacity. We share a stadium anyway with a load of people, so that won't make a difference. Salary per annum, we spend the 2nd highest, so really we should be pushing on to win a league if we want to. Based upon that, we really should be winning the league. But anyway, the player stats, the more important stats to the individuals. So, Jordi Taras was probably our player of the season this year, and I think he picked up or will pick up player of the season because I've actually advanced forward a little bit beyond this day. I think he picks it up player of the year for our team anyway. So he had a really good year, 7.46 match rating in the league alone. He won 13 games, one of the highest in the league. He got the highest assists with 17, 7 clear of the 2nd place guy. He scored, I think it was 12 goals last season. He was drawn with McAllister from Eastern. So he was by far our best player in the team. And sadly, he's not at the club anymore. His contract expired not too long ago, and I did try and sign him down for a new deal. I tried doing it midway through the season, a bit later on in the season. After we won the league, I tried to do it. Just before he ran out, I tried to do it, but he wasn't even willing to talk to me. So, end of the day, Jordi Taras, our best player last season, has decided his time is done in probably Hong Kong. He probably looks to go back to Spain at the age of his career, but it really is a shame. Especially when we look at his stats, 12 goals, 17 assists, 4 man of match awards. He was our best player last season. He scored 4 in continental competitions. He got 1 in the cup as well. Overall, throughout the year, he was incredible, creating a goal a game. And it really is a shame that he's on his way out, and we'll have to look to replace him, which I think I've done, as we've tweaked the tactics slightly. Also, though, Balakossa was the 3rd highest assist in the league, and I think he scored 1 less than Taras. Again, brilliant player. We managed to tie him down to a new deal, which is fantastic. He was so good for us last year. I don't see why he'd be any different next year. 11 goals, 8 assists, only 17 league appearances. So he averaged, again, creating a goal or involved in a goal every game, which is a fantastic record for a striker. And overall, really, really good season for him. Despite his advancing age, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue at this standard of football. And he picked up the 2nd highest player of the match awards in the league, as well as Christian Annan, sorry. He was a surprise package for the season, to say the least. I mean, I didn't really start the season planning to play him, but he ended up having to come in because of the weird situation where Akendi, me not realizing that I had too many foreigners, so ended up having to come in, and 20 appearances, 11 goals, 7 assists for a guy that I didn't think was really going to be playing. He got a call up to the Hong Kong national team as well, so a really good year for him. Tied him down to a new deal just because of how well he played. I felt he deserved at least another year. So he's got another clause where he plays 15 games. He'll get another contract extension. But I don't really mind that. He's a decent player, and he's still pretty much holding up his physical stats, what he needs as a well, he was a poacher and advanced forward, but he's got some very good physical stats still. So overall, decent player. But we'll go into the goals. We'll have a look at that. So goal-wise, Towers was our top goal scorer with 12 in the league last year. But we have Bella Costa and Allen on 11 and Lamb on 10. So a lot of goals. We also had Akendi there pitching in with a few, and K-Way and probably a few others a bit down the list. But overall, we had a lot of goal scorers, our attacking two men and right and left attacking midfielders, showing that the going forward tactic worked, but defensively we were very, very shoddy. And that shows by the clean sheets we kept, with Zheng Peng only keeping 3 clean sheets throughout the whole season, which is quite a joke, really. It's not acceptable. And that is why I've actually changed the tactic. But let's go into the awards and we'll have a look at who won what. So, Player of the Month, Akendi picked it up for once in October, and it was actually the only month we actually won Player of the Month. So, that was a surprise there. Top Goal Scorer went to Fernando. We didn't get anywhere in that, of course. I just showed you that. Young Player of the Year went to Chuck Yu Kwok, and this is done through a voting stage, I think it was, if I can remember correctly. I believe everyone was voted for. Sorry, an interruption, but yeah, we didn't have anyone in this in the voting shortlist anyway, so that just shows how old our team is. That may change in the upcoming season. We've got a few youngsters coming through our team, so maybe we'll get someone in there next year. Manager of the Year came to me, as I expected it would. Anyone to win the league, I'm sure, would pick this award up. So yeah, that's our first managerial award of our career. Goal of the Year, we didn't get anywhere in that. We didn't concede any, which is good. Goal of the Month, I don't think anyone picked it up for us either. Did we get scored against? We did for March, but nowhere else. Footballer of the Year went to Stefan, Brazilian who plays for Citizens. Not anymore. He now plays for, what is it, Qatar? No, a Brazilian team. So he's gone back to Brazil. But what a player! Wow, I didn't even realise they had him at the squad. Fan Player of the Year went to Jordi Taris. So he picked up a league award as well. I knew about this, but I think he gets one for the club as well. So it just showed how he was a very, very popular figure in the league, that he was voted for this. And it's a shame that he's gone, really, because his influence will be missed. Fair Play went to Happy Valley. I don't know what they get for that, whether it's an award or something. And Best 11, we only had one player in there, and it was Jordi Taris on the right side of the pitch. So we'll look to try and change that next season, hopefully with the introduction of these new players. So that is the league. That is all I really feel that we need to talk about in the league. Cup-wise, I don't really feel like going into detail because we didn't win them. So let's go and look at our transfers for the upcoming season and what happened on the ins and outs. So I know it seems like a lot has changed. So on the outs, we got rid of a lot of players. A lot of these guys you probably won't feature, about. But there's Gerard who left. Kwok Fei left, our right back who we signed this season. I felt we could get better if we tried, so I let him go. Taris left. Dakunda left. I don't think he wanted to sign a new deal. And then when I finally got to a stage where he would accept a new deal, I felt he was asking for a little bit too much and taking a mickey. For a player that didn't really play outstandingly last year and what I expected of him, so I thought best to let him go. I thought we could get better again. And elsewhere, a few other players left. I don't really recognise anyone. We let this guy leave, actually, Kwang Jin, who was probably meant to be our star centre-back, but again, he had an absolutely abysmal season last season. So I decided, you know what, it's best if you go. We could probably get someone better, and I think we have again. And elsewhere, just a few other players who have left as well. Nothing, too major apart from the 2 centre-backs. So the ins. The important ins. Oh, how important they are. So the first guy, Obi Moneki, I will get used to these guys' names. Centre-back, Africans, another African centre-back coming in, Nigerian this time though. I knew we had to strengthen in the centre-back area. We got rid of our Ivory Coast guy. We got rid of the South Korean guy, or we were planning to at this stage because it hadn't actually officially happened, I don't think anyway. So I was looking to bring in 2 new centre-backs, and using the foreigner rules and things like that I had put into consideration, I thought I could get one from outside Asia and one from inside Asia. So Moneki came in. Overall, I think this is a pretty good centre-back. Determination positioning isn't great, but he's got good work rate, good teamwork, leadership is fantastic, decision making is good. All these top 3 stats I think are great to have. Physically, he's got pretty much everything you need for a centre-back, so I'm sure he will handle this division very well. He played for Jichneng, a Chinese team a few years back, so he's been without a club for a while, but I'm sure he'll jump in and do very well. And according to reports, he's a very good player. Next guy from Happy Valley was Shea Splits, left midfielder. We now play a 4-4-2 formation, which I'll show you in a second. So I felt we needed a left midfielder, and I saw Shea Splits on the expiring deals. I think he was. His contract was running out at Happy Valley, so I decided I wanted to sign him. And overall, pretty good player, I feel. He's got good pace, good acceleration. His work rate is very good, which means he should help bomb up and down. Dribbling is decent. Crossing is alright for the level. Overall, apparently a star player in the league, so I think this is a really good signing to have. He didn't have the best of the year last year at Happy Valleys, but hopefully he will improve. And he's played for the club before as well, a few years back, so maybe he'll come back and help us win the league. Next guy, Xin Quan from Happy Valley, another player whose contract was expiring. He is a right back. He's currently in my reserves. I do not know why that is. Maybe, yeah, he didn't turn out to be the player I thought he was. Let's just leave it at that. But overall, he'll be a backup player probably. He'll probably feature in a few matches. Either way, he's not exactly in a lot of week in comparison to some of our players. And only on a part-time deal as well. Most of our guys are on full-time. So overall, not a great signing, but will do for the squad depth. Song Tae Lim, he is our other centre-back we brought in. South Korean again, so we've got another South Korean and African linking up in the defence for us. This guy I really wanted to sign just because he had very high determination, and that was something that attracted me from the second I saw him. And so I offered him a trial. He was still pretty good, and so I decided I wanted to snap him up. Overall, should be a good player for the team. I mean, there's nothing that says he shouldn't. He's had experience in the Chinese First Division, which is the Chinese second tier, so should be about equal to this level, so hopefully he'll play well for us there. Kwok Fei signed for the club. Why? I just realised I signed him back. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even notice I signed him back. So apparently I signed Kwok Fei back. Apparently he never... Wait, is this not the same Kwok Fei? It is. What? Oh my... I don't know. I honest to God don't know. I released him to sign him. I don't know. That's quite embarrassing. I didn't even realise I signed the same player back. Is he in my team? He's in my team as well. So I guess I looked out there and he still was the best player I could find. So I ended up signing him back onto a deal. I can't believe I didn't even notice. I just don't really pay attention to the names. I just look at these players' abilities. So he was signed on a free again. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing. So next guy we signed was McKee. Where is he from? I think he's originally English, isn't he? Yes, he's from Birmingham, England, but he plays for Hong Kong. 27 years of age, and I wanted to sign this guy because we currently had Belacosto and Akindi up front, and I don't really feel we have a need for Akindi. I think McKee can come in and Anna can come in and do the role that Akindi can do and score equally as many. I think Belacosto is going to be the main striker that we focus on, and we need to use. So to me, Akindi, the Nigerian young striker that we have, I want to get rid of him and allow for another foreigner to come in. So I signed James McKee. I think it was 20k. There are a few clauses to this deal, though. I will show you now. Here, it's like something like £500 per month for the next 4 years. I decided I wanted to do that. I don't think it's too much money. I don't think it will cause any real financial problems for the team. But this guy played decently well last year for Sun Pegasus. He's played for the club before as well, so he's returning back. And overall, he played decently last year. He played decently against us as well, and that's really why I recognise his name, plus the fact he was named McKee. It's not exactly a common name in Hong Kong. So, you notice players like this, and I wanted to sign him, and I think that's a decent signing, and I think he'll do well for the club. This guy, Lee Heking, I don't really know how to pronounce that. He's coming 37 years of age, so quite an old centre mid, but I mean, when you can see most of his stats, or at least the stats look very, very good, they're exactly what I wanted from my player. So I don't really know what I'm going to be playing him as yet. I think I'm going to be playing him as an advanced player maker support, maybe, or something like that, or attack. I think attack is what I said I was going to do to myself. But overall, this guy has got such great experience, 37 years of age. His flair is magnificent. Passing is 13. Creativity 14. Overall, I think this is a guy that we need at the club that can help ping the balls out on the left and right. He's not going to be a starter. He's going to be a guy on the bench, but he's going to be a guy that we can throw on a latter stage of the game who, won't exactly be running around a lot. I mean, with acceleration 4 and pace of 5, you might as well have a walking stick out there considering how much he can move, but he can hopefully do the job of creating the opportunities, and played in this division, and I guess in the Chinese divisions, or maybe, I don't know. He's played in this division for a long time though, so hopefully he will do well. And he played well for Eastern in the second division last year. So this year apparently, which again, the season's sort of weird. I don't know why they take so long to tick over, but he was in the first division last year. Eastern were in the first division last year. So overall, I think he should be doing very, very well for us coming into the season as a part-time player. And now these last two guys, Kim Jung-kook, 31 years of age, goalkeeper. I sort of looked at my team, evaluated again. I had a foreigner place open, and I thought, all right, what do I want to improve on? Originally, I thought centre mid, then I thought goalkeeper, and I was tossing up for a bit. I thought, nope, we need a new goalkeeper. Considering how poor we were defensively last year, I got to put some blame on the goalkeeper for not saving enough opportunities. So I looked through the market, and I saw Kim Jung-kook as probably the best one I could find out there. So he's come in, overall pretty good goalkeeper, I mean, for this level anyway. In fact, I'll compare him to my old keeper. And you can just see he's far better in every way, shape and form. So overall, I think we've made a massive stride forward there. And the next guy, Kim Jung-hwang, who is a centre mid. So I ended up bringing in a centre mid anyway. But I'm not sure how much of a role this guy will play in the season. I mean, he's probably our best centre mid. But will I be able to accommodate another foreigner in the team all the time, especially in the continental competition where you're only allowed, I think it's 3 foreigners who are non-Asian and 4 foreigners overall, 1 including an Asian, you can allow that, who's non from your original country. So I don't know how I'll do that, but overall, you know, he's such a good player, such good mental stats. I felt it was important that we could try and pick this guy up, as well as physically as well. He's got very good box-to-box, not the box-to-box stats, very good deep lying stats. I think it was it defend? Yeah, pretty good stats. Either way, he's a pretty good player. I don't know exactly what position he'll play yet, but overall good player, and happy to sign him. So those are the signings in and out. I think we've made a massive stride forward in the quality of player we have in the starting 11. The tactic now has changed to a 4-4-2. We actually need to make a change here. Actually, no, I'll do it afterwards. Well, typically, I'll show you now. Typically, Lam would be in a centre midfield role, and then this would be the team. So we'd have fullback support, we'd have wingers attack with advanced forward and a target man support. We have float crosses, more direct passing, higher tempo, play wider, fluid attacking football. We want to just cause panic in the box, get the ball forward as far as we can, and trying to score as many goals. Again, outscore our position. That'll be the goal next season, but I feel defensively we're a lot stronger. A few youngsters I want to point out that are coming through the ranks as well. Foxulung, either way, I don't know how to pronounce that. 15 years of age, young left back. I think he's got a very, very good potential ahead of him. Really good, nice up and coming left back. So should do well this season. Hopefully, will develop into a very nice player. He'll be getting the first choice left back role ahead of Lee Neng Hoi, but really, I think they'll be rotating. If one of them has a bad game, the other one can come in. But apart from that, I imagine this will be the starting 11. Bar any injuries that you'll see in the first game. As you can see, I'm actually trying to excel Alexander Akendi still. But no one wants to sign him, which is a bit bizarre because he scored a lot of goals and a very good average match rating last year. So I'd have thought he'd been a key candidate for someone, but apparently not. Lok Fung was on loan last season out from the club, so he's here this year. I'm not sure how much of a part he'll play, but he'll play some part, definitely. But these are our foreigners for the season. I'll highlight them now. These are our 5 foreigners going into the season. I also have Akendi, who, unless he's sold, he'll probably stay, but I mean, he won't feature a lot. But overall, I think our team is looking better and stronger than last year, so hopefully we can compete on more than just one front this year. Hopefully we can actually compete a little bit more in the Confederations Cup. We really should have gone through there. I actually didn't talk about that. I lost 5-1 on the second leg. Just abysmal game. I don't know what happened. It was a joke defensively again, and that's what's cost us through the season. And again, we'll be looking a lot more towards Senior Shield and the FA Cup, seeing if we can win them, see if we can get ourselves a bit more silverware next season. So this is a bit for now, guys. I guess we'll have a look at 2 more things quickly. Financially, not great at the club, but I don't really know how to improve that unless we increase our crowds. But you know, these things are sort of hard to do. I could cut the wage bill, yes, but then I feel the squad would be damaged by this. So I mean, we'll just let the finances troubles carry on here for a little while until we bounce on to a better club. Also, I guess I showed a Hall of Fame. We currently have 11 points, winning our first division title in 2014. Nationally, we're almost breaking into the top 10 Hong Kong managers to ever manage in Hong Kong. just a few points behind Ricardo, a former. Where is he at? He was at. I was current South China manager, but he was at Rangers, I believe. Yeah, he was at Rangers Hong Kong. So hopefully we'll break on there soon. And apart from that, this will be it. So I'll meet you guys back for the start of next season, the very first game of next season. Hopefully we'll get off to a winning start yet again and push on to try and retain our league title. So until next time, guys, peace out.